What's up, peeps? My Vapes here. Today we got another pod. Yeah, you are all excited. I can see it in your faces. This one here was sent to me by a company called Nevoks. It is called the Feelin C1. You guys remember the original Feelin? How I love that device. The mouthpiece was awesome. It was a nice vape. Had its cons, but it was a pretty good pod. This one here has that same mouthpiece as the original. Yeah, buddy. And it comes in some funky different colors. This one here is the amber. Pretty cool. So, let's go to the dive down. Let me show you guys everything about this. We'll come back, vape on it. Then I'll give you guys all my thoughts on the Feelin C1. And here's the packaging. The Feelin C1 Pod Kit by Nevoks comes in. Inside the packaging, a user manual, warranty card, Type-C charging cable, 2 coils, and the device. First coil we'll look at is this one here. It's a 1 ohm, 10 to 13 watt SPL10 mesh coil. And the second coil they provided is a 0.6 18 to 25 watt SPL10 mesh coil. And here's the pod that comes in the kit. Holds 2.8 mLs of e-liquid. On the side here is going to be your fill port. It's got a very flimsy rubber plug. This is very thin. Do not like this. I know, there's people, stop complaining about the rubber plugs, Mike. Yeah, this is very flimsy and kind of difficult to get it open. So anyway, that's where you could fill it from. You do have 4 magnets. Your coil slips in right in the center. So since it's a fresh new coil, I'm just going to put a couple of drops of liquid inside there. Basically, that's called priming the coil. I'm going to hold it at an angle so this way liquid don't go all the way straight through and out the openings for the airflow. And then I'll just pop the coil in. You're going to press it down and make sure it seats just like that in place. Then I will pop the rubber, stick the bottle inside there, and fill it. So after you fill the pod, you're going to slip it inside. Nice magnets on there. On the side there, you're going to see 3 holes. That's your airflow. And the pod, you're going to see here where the fill port is. There's a little cutout for airflow to go through. Now, if you want a tighter airflow, this side would go where the 3 holes are right there. And that's just a little bit of moisture from me vaping there. So like this, you can get a tighter pull, MTL. Like that, you're going to get a loose pull, MTL. On the side, there's going to be your Type-C charge port. 1000 milliamp hour built-in battery. This one is the amber version. They're going to have like a few different colors. I've got 5 other colors. Over there, it does say Nevoks, Feelin C1. On the bottom, nothing. On the other side, you could see the chip. And obviously, this part inside here is the battery. This is just for decoration over here. That's not a button. This is your fire button. Now, this does have lights, LEDs, while the device is off. Right now, if I press the fire button, nothing happens. If you click it 3 times, 1, 2, 3, you'll see some lights flashing. So those 3 lights indicates a light pattern. 1, 2, 3. That's going to indicate another light pattern. 1, 2, 3. And then that, I think, if I'm not mistaken, that's another light pattern. 1, 2, 3. Or maybe the other one was, the last one I think was the one where you'll have no lights. So right now, wherever I have it set, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, power it on. When you press the fire button, you can see the way it lights up with these 3 lights. The green light there is your battery light indicator. So we'll shut it off. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Press the fire button. All right, that right there is what shuts off all the lights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Turn it back on. There's your light pattern there. This one here is where by you pressing the fire button, the longer you press it, the more it'll light up. See that? For me personally, I like to keep all the lights off. But the lights are pretty cool, but yeah, a little too flashy for me. This does have auto draw and fire button draw. There's no way to deactivate it to where it's only auto draw without using the fire button. Yeah, it doesn't have that feature. Another feature this device has, while the device is, you see, powered on, if I click it 3 times, 1, 2, 3, you have voltage. So right there, you have 3 different levels. It'll be either 1 light is low, 2 lights medium, 3 lights full voltage. Press it again. Right now it's full voltage, 1, 2, 3, and back to the lowest voltage. All right, I'm going to keep it at number 2. Now the Feelin C1 is going to come in a bunch of different colors. As you guys saw, this one's the amber. This one is the green, the dark black. This is the clear black, and the blue. And there you go. That was the Feelin C1 by Nevoks. Let's go back up on top. Let's vape on it, and I'll give you guys my thoughts. And there you have it. That was the up close of the Feelin C1 by Nevoks. Mike, your thoughts, pros and cons. Okay, cons with this. You know, I feel like a broken record. There's probably people out there like, oh, again with the rubber plugs, this guy and his thing with the rubber plugs. Dude, this thing is flimsy. I don't care. This rubber plug ain't gonna last. Sorry, Nevoks. I like your company and all. Especially you, Ada. You're kind of cute. But, yeah, this pod, the plug on here, no good, in my opinion. It needs to be a little bit thicker. Put some top fill on this thing. Top fill it, baby. Yeah, would have been so much better in my opinion. So that's going to have to be a con. Another con's going to have to be that I can't power the device off and vape. I've tried it. Let me try it one more time. Maybe I'm just nuts. Right, device is off. Doesn't. 1, 2, maybe it's 2 clicks. Nothing. I'll keep it hard pressed. Maybe that activates it. I've tried everything. I looked at the manual. I didn't find anything on that. I could have sworn the original did that. I don't know why. I tried to look for it. I couldn't find it. But anyway, yeah, it's going to have to be a con. Now, going into pros. Voltage mode or whatever. You have different power modes on here. It's going to have to be a pro. You have your auto draw mode on here. It's going to have to be a pro. Obviously, you do have a fire button. You can vape it that way. Type-C charging is going to be a pro. It's a 1,000 milliamp hour battery. That's awesome for a device like this. Very good. Definitely have to be a pro. I kind of like that they put the charge port right there on the side and not on the bottom. I'm sure there's going to be people that agree. Let me know in the comments down below. Do you want your charge port on the side or on the bottom? Is there a preference? Let me know your thoughts down below on that. Now, we have the colors, the way they did them, the way you could see the battery inside here, everything, the looks of it. I like it. It's going to have to be a pro. And don't go by the one I'm using. Go by all of them. If you haven't watched the up and close, go check them out. Got some nice colors. They look pretty good. I could have used any one of them, and I just couldn't pick out which one to use. I loved all the colors. I'm weird that way. Like, I look at them and be like, oh, man. Like, if they would have sent me just, like, rainbows. But anyway, thank God there was no rainbows in there. But all I did was I just shut my eyes, put my hand down, and grabbed the one. And this is the one that was in my hand. So I was like, all right, that's the one I'm going to use. You know, so colors, translucent, the way they did them. It's definitely going to have to be a pro. Flavor on here, for those people interested, it's the same as all the other pods I ever vape on. No difference. Airflow. I like that they have the airflow where you could flip the pod. So this way you get your tighter MTL or loose MTL. Definitely have to be a pro. Now, I have it on tight, right? Tight MTL? Yes. Tight MTL mode. Let's have a hit. It's a nice vape. Now, flip the pod. We're going to do a loose MTL. And this is more of a, it's a very loose MTL, but you could, with the 0.6 coil, you could do that restrictive direct lung with this. Or if you're using the 1 ohm coil, that one there is going to be, if you saw during the up and close, the inner diameter of the 1 ohm coil is a little bit smaller, tighter. So you will get a tighter vape with that one, especially if you have it fully open. So let's have a hit now. This is fully open. I do have 12 milligram in here. If I start coughing, it's because it's 12 milligram. Yeah, buddy. Let's hit it. Steve, don't. Steve is laughing. Shut up. All right, hit it. Whoo! That was 12 milligram too. Fully open, as you guys saw. So you could do direct lung hits with this. Me personally, I don't suggest 12 in here. I throw maybe like a 6 to do a restrictive direct lung if you're into that and using these types of devices. Or if you're going to do the tight MTL, yeah, then you go by your regular nicotine that you enjoy using. All right, one more hit. This is fully open. For me personally, I'd rather use this as an MTL device. Smaller devices, MTLs, that's what I prefer. If I want to do a restrictive direct lung, whatever, I'm going to use an RTA. That's the way I roll. Now, one more thing about it is lights. It has the light indicators on there. This is going to be a pro and a con. Well, technically, it shouldn't be any of that. It should be more of a pro. That for all the people that like lights, They have lights. They could be flashing their lights while they're vaping or whatever. For those that don't like it, just power it off. Keep the lights off on here. You don't need to have the lights on. So I like that they at least implemented that feature for the people that don't like flashing lights in their face. So all in all, the C1 Feelin is pretty good. Good job. The only thing I don't like about this, me personally, is that rubber plug on there. Feels a little flimsy. And for Nevoks, if you guys don't understand what the word flimsy means, it's very thin. Feels cheap and thin, like it's gonna break. That's what I mean. So there you go. That was the C1 Feelin by Nevoks. In the description below, no links to this because I can't. Not allowed. Good old YouTube policies. I will have links to me, my Vapes, down below. As always, that's it. I'm done. Thank you. Remember, be safe and keep on vaping.